Greetings and salutations, my friends. Well, welcome back to the Christmas Ramble. A couple of little things I want to talk to you about, not a long one. I'm sure you've got a family to go back and have to spend time with, sort of obliged to spend time with, so I won't keep you too long. But a couple of things I want to talk to you about today, but a little bit about the football and also a bit about you guys, actually. So, football. Liverpool, hey? Top of the league at Christmas. Last team that was top of the league at Christmas and didn't win the league was Liverpool. Good stat. Team before that was top of the league and didn't win the league was Liverpool again. It's fine. It's so good being a Liverpool fan at the moment. It's for the longest time, we kind of just trudged along, you know. Some years getting in top four, some years not, and occasionally having a little, title? No. But this season and last season have just been so exciting to watch Liverpool, just as a fun way to watch a sport. You know, we're an exciting team with exciting attacking players and stuff. And if I had to put money on who wins the title this year, I'd still put money on Man City. I think Liverpool are still more likely to slip up in a random game than Man City are. I think they're just relentless. So I think they'll pip us by like 4 or 5 points at the end of the season. I'm hoping, obviously, we can run them close or win it and everything. But, you know, being that close is the best start to the season we've had since God knows. And also, I just want to talk to you a little bit about Man United, because lots of people have been asking my thoughts on Jose Mourinho's sacking and Solskjaer's appointment as interim caretaker manager. Annoyingly, I think Man United have got both decisions 100% right. I think Jose had to go. There is a reason, and it's not just a funny meme or a coincidence, that Jose Mourinho lasts 3 years at clubs and then he leaves. I honestly think that people, players, staff get fed up with such fuck-uppery that is around Jose Mourinho. I think he's a horrible person to work for or work with. I don't, and you know, tactically, you know, you're a Paul Pogba and you're wanting to go out there. You know, you're like such a good attacking midfielder and you're played as a DM for half the season and then not played for another half of the season. And I just think he might be, and I think he was good, very good tactically a few years ago. I think the game has changed a lot that he might not have, you know, gone with and kept up to date and changed his style to counter it. But I think the worst part of him, I think he's a terrible manager. And that, you know, these prima donna footballers nowadays, I think that's a massive part of what you have to do as a manager. You have to keep them happy and stuff. So I 100% think it was the right decision to get rid of Jose, even if it cost them 24 million. Man United go on about all the time how they're the richest club in the world. So I'm glad they just went out and proved it and said, you know what, fuck it. We'll write that off. How bad as a manager do you have to be that somebody is willing... How bad at your job do you have to be that someone is willing to pay you 20-odd million to just fuck off? That is up there. And as for the appointment of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think... While I don't think he's an exceptional manager, he didn't do great at Cardiff, which admittedly was a tricky job. I don't know really what he's doing in Molde. I think it's the perfect thing to do. There is a slim chance that he could be brilliant and they decide to keep him. But obviously what's more likely is that get him in, and I think even a most average manager can get more out of Man United than Jose Mourinho. Just almost the fact that Jose is not there, I think, will improve the squad by 10-15%. Plus, Paul Pogba's going to be happy again because he sort of won the battle, so to speak. And he's a decent manager. So I think Man United will definitely improve. But I think the biggest thing is that rather than Man United rushing in to a new appointment, well, quick, we need a manager. Zidane, get Zidane, he's available. And just sort of doing the whole cycle over again, is that get this guy in and then spend a bit of time making sure you find the exact right person. And there is other problems at the club. I don't put all the blame on Jose Mourinho. I think there is problems higher up. they run Man United as an amazing, amazing business. They are some of the best businessmen in the country. They just don't know how to run a football team. So there needs to be some person there that's in between these business brains and the guys that run the football, that knows about football, that can help them with transfers and all that sort of good stuff. So, bit gutted because I think Man United have done it all right. It's about time they've realised their mistakes and rather than finding the next David Moyes or stuff, they're going to spend a bit of time. For me, who gets the job? I think if they can, it's a no-brainer. You get Pochettino, and I'm actually a little bit scared as to how good Man United could be with Pochettino there. I think even because the team is pretty damn good. It's still got some defence needs sorting, of course, but they've got a ton of good players at Man United, and I think if they got Pochettino, let's say even at the end of the season, I think next season they will be up there. Whether they challenge the Man City, Liverpool, or are the sort of next category in third sort of thing, I don't know, but I think they won't be far off. I don't know if he's going to go or not. If he does go, then Tottenham should definitely get Eddie Howe because he's brilliant. Man United should get Eddie Howe, but they won't risk it, I don't think. But he would be the perfect one. But I don't want him to lose because I love Eddie Howe. He's my local club, Bournemouth, so that would be horrible. Right, enough of that football chat. Final one thing I want to do is just to basically talk about my year on YouTube. And not in sort of great detail. I'm not going to go through analytics and stuff like that. It's been a really brilliant, interesting year, to be honest. Not my focus, but what I was doing drastically changed in the last year. Not so much my content. I've always, first of all of doing YouTube is that I enjoy my own content. Like I like making the videos that I make. So that's not changed it. We've done some different ideas and stuff, but more the way I go about it behind the scenes. Before, trust me, when I first started, I'm all casual and stuff and having a giggle and relaxed on my YouTube videos. But behind the scenes, I did a ton. Not only do I do all the research for SEO and all the boring stuff and everything, but I used to have a spreadsheet with the top 15, 20 primarily FM YouTubers, and each month I would go in and put their sub count down on my little graph to give me an idea of where I could grow to, how my trajectory is doing, how well I'm doing compared to the other ones, and luckily I was doing great and I was all happy and stuff like this. But when at the sort of beginning last year, sort of bit before that, when I realised that I was making enough money to make this become a full-time job, it actually sort of changed me. Although I'm desperately trying to save money so me and Cully can buy a house together, the thing that changed about me was that I'm not a money guy. I don't care about being rich. I would like to own my own house before I die, and also do the stuff that we talked about with rescuing dogs. But that's what I want the money for. I don't care about giant houses and flash cars and all the other crap that goes along with it. I am quite happy to just sort of trudge along, really. Even for the dog stuff, it's we want a small house. We want a big garden for the dogs, but the small house because cheaper. And so what that's allowed me to do this year is to focus just on more about the videos themselves, but also the community. It's also allowed me to do much more streaming, which is obviously quite time consuming, but one of the best things I do because I get to chat to you guys live, rather than just sort of replying to comments and stuff. And I don't have to worry about the analytics side. Before I check my sub growth every day and how many views I got, each video got and stuff like that. Now I'm to the sort of safety point of earning enough money that I can just do the saves I enjoy, or do the experiments that I enjoy, or whatever it is. For instance, if I was desperate for sub growth, or for growth in general, or to make more money, I would have done a journeyman, because journeyman is by far the most popular thing I did on YouTube. But me personally, I want to go back to it, and that'll happen when Stanley Parable ends. But I wanted to just give it a break for a little while. Doing the same thing over and over again can get a little bit boring, and so we wanted to freshen things up, and we'll get back to it, like I said. But having your support, whether you watch ads or Patreon or donate on or donate on Twitch, that's the thing, or subscribe or whatever it is, or whether you just leave a comment or a like and stuff like that, that is the be all and end all. I don't have to worry about all the crap that goes on behind the scenes, and that's thanks to you guys. So I just wanted to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of Curly's heart, and all the pets and animals we have here. It means like a massive amount, especially considering like on things like Twitch with the streaming that, I've got subs on Twitch that are now hitting the year anniversary, which is just incredible support. It's nutty support. And patrons that have been going a year and a half, 2 years, and giving ridiculous amounts of money to help support this random dude in England or Northern Ireland that makes Football Manager YouTubes. A tiny, tiny little niche, when compared to the world of gaming and all that sort of stuff. But to be able to make my passion my job, thanks to you guys, is mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And I never feel complacent. I never feel, I don't ever take that sort of support for granted. Don't ever think I do. Because every single day when I launch OBS or I check my comments or I go on Twitter and I see that support that I get, it's absolutely incredible. It's beyond my wildest dreams. So I just want to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Have a wonderful, amazing Christmas. I will be doing, me and Curly are going to do a Christmas Day stream with the Journeyman. If you want to come and hang out, if you want to, in the evening, if you want to get away from your family and stuff for a bit, we will be doing, because I know there's also lots of people out there that might not be, or might not have families, or they might be away from their families, who might have a bit of a shitty day on Christmas Day because it makes you feel a bit lonely. So come and hang out, and we'll try our best to cheer you up. Thank you again. I love you all. Have a great Christmas and New Year, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.